project, you're going to be recording a presentation that's going to be going over your project, what you did, what you learned from this project, etc. So to record your presentation, you have a couple different options. One of the options is to use Panopto. So to use Panopto, you're going to go to your assignment submission and go to the text entry option here. Click on the ... on the right-hand side and select the green Panopto icon. From here, you're going to click record. And then it's going to ask you to choose a folder. So when you click the drop-down folder, by the time you guys are doing your final project presentations, you will have a folder available to you that will say, it'll look like this, but it'll say Aqua 240 assignments. It hasn't been created yet. So in the meantime, I'm just going to use this old Aqua 250 one here. You're going to name your recording something, and then you're going to click this capture browser option. This is going to open a new window here, and it's going to show your face. So for this, this is like the Panopto browser version, so you don't actually have to like download the software onto your computer to use Panopto. So what you're going to need to do is click on the screens and apps option on the upper right hand corner here. It's going to say entire screen. Select the entire screen. It outlines it in blue, and click share. Now it's going to look weird at first because it's recording itself. But when you pull up your PowerPoint, it's just going to record whatever's on your screen, so your PowerPoint. You also have a video of yourself, or you may have a video of yourself in the lower right-hand corner here. You're welcome to leave it. You can also opt to erase it by clicking on this X here. You'll also need audio for your presentations. The way that you can tell the audio is on is when you're talking, it's going to have these little squiggly lines, okay? If you're not seeing that, you need to make sure your audio is turned on. Click on the audio option in the upper left-hand corner, and you should have some sort of microphone selected. Here I have my default built-in microphone on my computer selected. Okay, so after you have audio, after you have the screen share set up, you're going to click on the red button. It's going to count down from 5 for you to record. When it gets to 0, that's when the recording starts. So you want to pull up your PowerPoint. You can click on the presentation mode here and just, click through it, give your presentation. And when you're done, you'll go back to the Panopto browser window and click on the red button to stop the recording. It's going to pull up probably a not too savory picture of you. There I am. Who cares? Anyways, it'll show you your video is uploading. If you want to redo it, you can click on this redo button here. If you're happy with it, you can actually just exit out of this. It's going to take a while for your video to upload, but as long as it says it just actually said that, like it's safe to exit out of this browser window. As long as it says that, you can exit out of your browser window and it'll just keep like uploading in the background. So when you exit out of this, it'll kick you back to the assignment submission. And now you see you have your video pasted into the text box. So click insert. And now you have your video in your text submission and click submit assignment. Very important. You need to make sure to review your recording submission. It is your responsibility to make sure that the audio worked, that your recording worked. The way you do that is by clicking on submission details here on the right, and you should see a video come up. When you play the video, and the recording starts. So you want to pull up your video should play and you should be able to hear audio. If you cannot, you need to go back and troubleshoot and resubmit your assignment. I will always grade your most recent submission unless you tell me otherwise. Okay, so now that should be enough to get you guys started on this. If you are running into some problems troubleshooting, I'll go over probably the most common problem here. One thing is if you recorded it and you can't find it or whatever, if you go back to Panopto recordings where it says choose, these are all your previous iterations, and you can always one that you recorded previously, you can always select it again and reinsert it. So it's not like once you submit it, it goes away to nothing. So one of the most common problems that students have is with your browser settings. I would recommend using Chrome for this. Chrome tends to have the least problems in terms of permissions and stuff like that. Definitely don't use like Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. Don't use those. Chrome would be my recommendation. If it's not working in one browser, you can try another. Like if you're having problems pulling up your video, your microphone, try opening it in like Safari, for example. That might be a good, or like Mozilla Firefox or something. One of the things that I see most common is that you might have like your security settings to not allow access to the microphone or to allow access to your video. And the way that you can check that is here in the upper left-hand corner, there's like a little lock icon next to the URL. If you click on that in Chrome, this is just for Chrome, it should have a camera and a microphone option. If you have either of these turned off, see, now I've turned off microphone and it's actually also turned off my camera. And you can see that there's no like squiggly lines down below. So it's not actually like recording any audio. If you're seeing this, click on this little lock icon and just make sure that both of these are turned on. Okay. If you're still having problems with Panopto, you also have the option to record it using like QuickTime or something. And there's a tutorial video below on this page that goes over that if that's something that you need to do.